Hello there. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Colleen Klimczak. I'm an organizational and productivity coach and a certified professional organizer. I own Peace of Mind Professional Organizing, LLC. Since 2003, I've been helping my clients live better lives through organizing and organizational and productivity coaching. I support my clients and my community with coaching, in-person and virtual organizing, my weekly podcast called Your Organized Life with Colleen Klimczak, a free weekly virtual productivity session called Finish Line Friday, a free weekly email newsletter, and regular content on Facebook and Instagram. I also offer presentations and professional development to groups and companies. And coming soon, I will be launching a membership circle to support my community with even more coaching and productivity content. Want to finish strong this week? Join me for Finish Line Friday every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Central for a 2-hour productivity session. Drop me an email at colleen@peaceofmindpo.com to request my Zoom room link or follow the Zoom room link on my Instagram or Facebook pages. Welcome to Your Organized Life, episode 172. Recently, I have shared that I've been asked to facilitate admin nights at a local restaurant and wine bar in my community. And today, I want to share more about what an admin night is and also invite you to join us. If you are new to the idea of admin nights, so admin being short for administration or administrative, they are quickly gaining popularity. And if you don't believe me, Google it. I really liked the article that the Wall Street Journal did back in November about admin nights that said that we are, in quotes, in a quicksand of bureaucratic tasks, end quote. And an admin night helps us out of that quicksand. The idea is to set aside time and space to get to those nagging, personal, administrative tasks and get them done. For example, the items on our to-do lists that we keep putting off until they become an emergency. Or maybe it's something that's keeping us from saving money, like canceling memberships that we don't use, or following up on a credit card charge that we don't recognize, or filling out the Menards paperwork to get your rebate. Maybe it's a task that would save us time if we just did them, like setting up automatic bill pay for some of your bills. Maybe you need to send out thank you notes or fill out your kids' summer activity forms. Yeah, that definitely, I get the idea of the quicksand of bureaucratic tasks. I've also heard this type of event called a forcing party, as in we get together and it forces us to do the hard things. I have a client who says I am her forcing partner. Perhaps that sounds rough, but it's actually a good thing. Not that I'm making her do anything she doesn't want to do, but her acknowledgement that she has done the work in productivity and she knows there are tasks she would not be getting done on her own. Scheduling time to dedicate to, in her example, house organizing tasks. And having a partner with her while she gets things done and makes decisions forces her to stay on track and also complete the tough stuff. So it's a good thing. There are a number of reasons why an admin night works. It is a perfect blend of features. And as an aside, the tools we use for admin nights are also the tools and features we use for my Finish Line Friday productivity sessions every week. Okay, back to admin night features. The first one is body doubling. An admin night works because of body doubling. Per psychcentral.com, body doubling is having another person around while you work on a task. They don't have to assist directly. Just simply being present could help you start, focus, and finish. It's simple, really. Some of us benefit from having a person sitting next to us doing work too. We don't have to be working on the same thing. It's the proximity and mirroring is what it's called, right? Mirroring other people doing the work. And that anchors us to our own work. My middle son calls it parallel play, like how toddlers play. We're each working on what we want to work on, but doing it side by side keeps us both focused on the work. Another feature is the Pomodoro method. In addition to body doubling, we also use a productivity tool called the Pomodoro method. The Pomodoro method is based on research that shows the optimal ratio of productivity for balance and also avoiding burnout is that for every 52 minutes of work we do, we should rest for 10. At Admin Night and in my Finish Line Friday productivity group, we break that into 25 minutes of work and 5 minutes of rest. And rest, I'll put that in quotation marks too, rest can be standing up from your desk. It could be walking around, maybe using the washroom, closing our eyes, or focusing our eyes on something other than the computer screen. If you're on a computer screen for a long time, taking some nice deep breaths, getting a drink of water, right? So moving around, and then we get back to the work. That cycle of 25 and 5 guides Admin Night. Breaks are optional, of course. They're strongly suggested, but they're optional. So if you find that after 25 minutes you are in the zone, just stick with it, go for it. That's no problem. But it's suggested to do 25 and 5. And of course, if you need a break at any other time, you are adults. I trust you. That's what I tell my people in Finish Line. But these are those tools and strategies. So we get in the habit of 25 and 5, and that is a good habit to be in. Another strategy that works for Admin Night and Finish Line Friday is accountability. Accountability is the third piece of the puzzle. Accountability to ourselves and to others. Accountability is our opportunity to state for ourselves and to others as we begin what it is that we want to accomplish in the following session, in that time together. So I can state to the group what I plan to work on for the 25-minute cycle. I can do the work, and then at the break, we celebrate the task completion, and then I also need to pick the next one. I might share, for example, that I brought some smalls with me. That was the first Admin Night that we did. In addition to checking my email because I'd been out of the office all day, I had a handful of business cards that I needed to enter into my phone and then purge the cards. I had a recipe card that I needed to put all on one page for my son because he asked me to. And I also used one cycle of 25 minutes to clean pictures and apps off my phone and tidy up my phone home screen, right? So that is stating those things out loud means that I'm more likely to focus on them in that session. And then I can check in between the work sessions with myself and my accountability partners to see how we are progressing on those tasks. It also gives us an opportunity if one of us happens to be struggling with something. Maybe we can break down a big task to even smaller tasks or ask each other to brainstorm briefly about other possible strategies, right? So using those people around you for help with that as well. I also love the idea of having an admin night at a location that's not our home because it means we have to pack our work. So when I am setting up my bag to bring to admin night, I have to consciously decide what it is that I want to work on in the 2 hours that we have. And that really helps me to focus in on what I want to accomplish in that dedicated time. Another side feature, I think it's a great feature of an admin night or a Finish Line Friday, is getting a handle on realistic time estimates. In that 25 and 5 cycle, we learn what 25 minutes feels like. And we also learn how long our tasks actually take. At our recent admin night, one of the participants commented on how she liked the timer because it helped her to understand how long her tasks actually take and then how she can adjust her expectations. Professionally, during her workday, she's aware of how long work tasks take, but she didn't really have a gauge for those personal, bureaucratic admin tasks, and this process really helped. And then another feature, obviously, is this gives us an admin night and Finish Line Friday give us focused time to tackle nagging tasks. And that helps us to clear our mental clutter. So every time you see that piece of paper on your desk or that reminder on your to-do list, you waste mental energy because you might stop and say, oh, that's right, I still have to do that thing. And then we have to get back on track, right? Refocus on what it was we were working on. And that all takes mental energy. So we don't want to waste that. We have a finite amount of that from day to day. So having fewer things that waste our mental energy would be a good thing. And that's a real thing, right? So you need to do these things, but because they're not really high priority or no one else is asking you about it other than yourself, it keeps getting shuffled aside. But your brain still knows you have to do it. And so we waste brain energy on those things. At our last admin night, I scanned sheet music into my Foursquare app for upcoming church liturgies. I had just received a pile of music for Lent and Holy Week, and time and patience were required to scan the music. And so I dedicated I think I dedicated 2 Pomodoros to that task. Everything is so much easier when the scanning is done. I can share it with my choir. I can give the sheet music back to my music director. It's just easier, but I really needed to dedicate the time and patience to make it happen. So I needed to dedicate that hour to get it done. And I did. And the music is in a tidy pile now, waiting to go back to my music director at rehearsal this week. Yay. So what would your admin night look like? And regardless of if it's at a restaurant or at your own home or at a library, whatever. Maybe you need to file a complaint with PayPal for an unknown charge. Or maybe you need to log into your portal and follow up on that medical bill. Maybe you need to create a specific Spotify playlist. Maybe you need to fill out forms for your kids' summer camps. Or finish your thank you notes from a recent birthday. Or finish your thank you notes from a recent birthday party. Maybe you need to follow up on an account that you thought was closed, but isn't. And just so you know, all of these are real-life examples from recent participants, including myself. If you have these admin tasks and others, and you could use a productive environment to get things done, please consider joining us for our next admin night in April. We've tried both a Tuesday night and a Monday night now. We chose our next night based on the people that were present at our latest admin night and when they wanted to come to the next one, which I think is brilliant. So come and join us and we will keep making it better. Maybe you like the idea, but you're nowhere near me in Evergreen Park, and that's understandable. But perhaps you can consider having your own admin night with friends or family, and you all just agree that for the next hour, you're going to work on annoying admin tasks and then take a break and have ice cream. Whatever works for you, right? As our host and owner of Spoken Vine, Bridget, says, admin night is like a study group, but there's no test. It's just fun and productive, and the plus about Spoken Vine is there's also great food. So please come and join us. Our next admin night hosted at Spoken Vine, which is on the corner of 95th Street and Kedzie in Evergreen Park, will be Monday, April 13th at 6:30 p.m. So please consider admin night with us or consider admin night on your own. You can also consider joining me for a Finish Line Friday every Friday at 9 a.m. Central in my Zoom room. And I honestly feel like I should host a virtual admin night or bring you along in my Zoom room to our Spoken Vine admin night. So we'll see how I can figure that one out, and hopefully I can bring you along. I think I love that idea. Support around getting our important work done is what productivity coaching is all about. If it's time to invest in yourself and explore coaching for organizing and productivity, I would love to hear from you. Drop me a line via email at colleen@peaceofmindpo.com or message me through my social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Thank you so much, and talk to you next week.